channel. Thanks for joining me if you are new here, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I am a single mom, an LPN, and I'm using the cash budgeting system to get rid of my debt so that I can retire early. So I cannot believe this. We are already at the end of quarter 1, you guys. Like, where is the year going? So what I wanted to do is take a minute and kind of touch base with you, talk about how the first 3 months of my year have gone and how much progress I've made. I'm happy. So if you've been following my journey, you know that I had a rough start to this year. I had surgery. I was off work for a couple months, and then just last month we got COVID and I missed a week of work, as well as what else? Yeah, it's been a rough couple months. I don't even remember. I'm glad it's behind me. Oh, and then I had a short paycheck. Anyway, so what I wanted to do, I sat down and I did an update on all of my debts and have some numbers to show you guys. And then we're going to fill out our trackers. So at the beginning of the year, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 debts total. So what I'm doing right now is I am keeping track of my mortgage, but I'm not counting this into my debt payoff at this time. I'm trying to tackle some of my smaller debts. So I've basically had my debt divided into 3 categories. I had some personal debt that I owe my mom. I had my consumer debt. Then I have my student loan debt, and then my mortgage. So I was trying to tackle in quarter 1 my commercial debt, my credit cards. They're done. They are all gone. So first of all, I still owe my mom $70. I tried to pay this back about 3 times. She won't take the money. She wants me to hold on to it because I ordered diamond paintings for her. She likes to diamond paint, and when she needs one, she asks me, I order it, and I deduct this from what I owe her. So it's still there. Probably she'll use it up by the end of the year. I'm not too worried about it. I'll just keep track of it. This is a good way for me to keep track of what I owe her. My Walmart MasterCard is at 0. My Home Depot card is at 0. My Walmart, or this is my Royal Bank MasterCard, is at 0. So what I actually did with this is I closed this and I took out a WestJet card so that I can use this monthly and pay it off. And then I am getting like WestJet dollars. So I'm still keeping a 0 balance on it. I do use it and then pay it off at the end of the month. So now, this is where I'm starting to see, I had a $400 balance on my credit cards. We've tackled that. Next was my line of credit. So this, I had to pay for a new air conditioner last year as our air conditioner condenser went out and I didn't have a sinking fund for it, as well as our camper. So this, at the beginning of the year, was at $8,500. I have managed to pay off $400 of this. So we now owe $8,100. My first student loan, which is my largest one, and this was for my nursing diploma, was $18,500. I've currently paid this off to $17,250. And this is just making my regular monthly payments for now. My other student loan, this was back in my 20s. I went and I got my Bachelor of Education. It's there. I might use it one day. I'm not sure yet. My dream job is a clinical nurse educator. When my son is grown, I may pursue that. We'll see. Haven't decided. This is at 0. That feels so nice. I've knocked out the student loan. This student loan was actually causing me the most grief as far as my credit rating and my borrowing, my lending power, as that was originally a $30,000 loan, and I've carried that loan for 20 years. And I finally have been able to pay it off. So when they were looking at my credit score and my lending power for my mortgage, they had to factor in the entire balance of that loan, even though I only owed a small amount on it. So I decided to make that a priority with my tax refund to get rid of it, and it's gone. Now my mortgage, I got my mortgage statement back, and even though I'm not counting this into my debt, I do want to track it. I owe $189,500. So just with my regular payments, I've been able to pay off just over $4,000 of my mortgage. So my goal is that once the rest of these debts are tackled, then I'm going to start really focusing on that mortgage. That may not happen for a couple years, but it's a work in progress, right? Like the I think one of the things about my generation, I'm in my 40s, is with the baby boomers and stuff retiring, there's a lot of concern about what's going to happen with the Canada Pension Plan. A lot of people my age are using their homes as a kind of a retirement fund. It's not ideal, but it is the reality of it, right? So my goal is I want to get this mortgage paid off. I want to be mortgage free by the time I retire. I can take an early retirement when I'm 50. What did I figure? 58 years old. My company uses the rule of 80, which is that the years of service plus your age equals 80. You qualify for early retirement. I don't know if I'm going to stay in my house until that point. When my son grows up, I may downsize or I may rent out part of the house. Haven't decided. But the more equity I can get, the better I will be. So that's kind of my goal right now, is to increase the equity in my home, to increase my equity so that I can downsize to a smaller mortgage and eventually pay that off. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. So I did the math because there's a lot of math here. So I'm not factoring in this $189,000. I'm just looking at this. So right now I currently owe $25,420. So last quarter I had $28,495 for a difference of $3,075 paid off. So you know what? It is not as much as I got last time, but with all of the struggles I've had, I am more than happy with this, you guys. Like, so happy. It's so nice to see this come down. So in total over the year, I have now paid off a total of $9,100 on my debt. That's awesome. I'm $9,000 less in debt than I was in December. It's a nice feeling, isn't it? Even though there is still debt, it's nice to see these numbers coming down. So anyway, I figured out for my debt tracker, which we're going to look at here, I'm keeping track of my progress. I'm coloring in a square for every $400 of debt that I have paid off. I have paid off a total of enough to cover 22 squares this year. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to do 20, or we're going to get to 22. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I'm just going to go ahead and color these in. It's nice, isn't it, when you actually sit down and crunch numbers to see the progress. Like, you know, I've been thinking what a terrible start to the year, but this really makes me feel grateful for the amount that I've been able to do and a sense of accomplishment. You know, if I keep this up, I'm definitely going to meet my goal of being able to take my early retirement in my 50s, maybe even earlier. We'll see. So, where do you guys see yourself for retirement? What is your goal? Tell me about your dream. My dream, I want to travel. I would love to take my summers and be on the road, whether that be like a Class C motorhome or just traveling. But that's my goal. Like, I'd like to take time and I want to see the world. I want to go down and spend time in the southern United States. I want to see Texas. I want to see Arizona and California and Florida. I'd also love to go spend some time in the mountains. So that's my goal, is to not be tied down to my home, not be tied down to my debt, and be able to see the world. Tell me what your goal is. Anyway, guys, there we go. Look at that. Like, I'm moving there and we're moving towards it. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And I want to see your videos, see how you're coming, and I want to hear what your dreams are for getting your debt paid off. What's your debt-free life going to look like? Talk to you soon. Bye.